So I'm actually now testing it on my actual phone. So I've got my phone here on my desk, sitting with my microphone, see if I can try it that way, see what it's going to be like going live with the phone rather, and see what the quality's like, if it drops the quality too much, and just compare it to the previous one. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be looking at the New Zealand-Australia game. Looking at it, I think Australia only played changing one person for the side. It was actually, I had the squad here in front of me. I'm just going to grab it here. Okay, so we've got Scott Seo, Tulalato, Alan Alatoa, Isaac Rodder, Adam Coleman, Lukam Salakaloto, Michael Hooper, Izzy Nizarani, Nick White, Christian Lealafano, Reece Hodge, Simon Karevi, James O'Connor, Marika Korobetti, and Curtly Beale. So you can see they're going exactly the same kind of squad that they had for last week. Almost, I think. Look, I'm sure Australia are really going to go for the victory. I think they might find it quite difficult, but I'm sure they're really keen to go get that victory. They must be chomping at the bit to try get it. It's on camera, smartphone, and so they must really be chomping at the bit to try get the victory. Wait till I talk about the New Zealand side. There's some serious things happening on the New Zealand side, but I'm thinking that Australia are going to come with the same kind of intensity that they had last week. I think they're going to play fairly similar, and I think they're going to try go for the Bledisloe Cup. I think it's been the first time in a long time that they've got an opportunity to try get it, and I think they're going to come out all guns blazing. And let's see. There's been a lot of talk about have Australia now got a good squad for the World Cup. I'm not going to give my opinion just yet on that. It was only one game, and I really want to see how they play away from home against New Zealand again, and see if they can have that same kind of intensity again. If they do it twice in a row, or the scores are really, really close, and it's a really, really tight game, then fair dinkum, I'll give them their due, and I'll honestly say that they're a world force again, and they've got just as chance as any of the other five teams that I reckon could take the World Cup as any one of the other five. Would be the same as France. So I think we see France this first time this weekend. But let's go talk at this New Zealand side. Oy. So New Zealand side is like seriously different. I'm going to try to see if I can find where the Ofatunga Fasi, Cody Taylor, Joe Moody, Dane Coles. Okay, this is not in order. This is actually quite frustrating that it's not in order. But obviously I should know the backline. Bowden Barrett at 15, Siva Reese on one of the wings, Anton Leonard Brown at 13, Sonny Bill Williams at 12, George Bridge on 11, Richie Mong at 10, Aaron Smith, Kieran Reid as captain, Sam Kane, and Ardie Severe playing the 6s and 7s again, Sam Whitelock and Patrick Tupalutu, Nepo Lalalala. I think he replaces Owen Franks, Dane Coles, and Joe Moody. So that's the starting lineup. Then we've got the reserve: Cody Taylor, Ofatunga Fasi, Angus Ta'avar, Jackson Himapu, Matt Todd, TJ Perenara, Nogani Lamape, and Geordie Barrett. It looks like they've obviously dropped Owen Franks, they've dropped Ben Smith, they've dropped not Ardie Severe, it is, I hate dead air. Rico Ioane. Rico Ioane has been completely out of form. It's been really uncharacteristic of him. I'm not 100% sure why. I didn't think he had such a bad Super Rugby season, and he seems really off his game, and he deserved to be dropped. I still rate him as a player. I think there's something seriously going wrong in the back, either something in his head or something's just not right. And I don't think it's from skill. I don't think it's from fitness. I don't think it's from anything else. I think it's something else is happening. He's being replaced by Siva Reese and obviously George Bridge coming in. My biggest concern is we've had Ben Smith playing on wing. I could never understand that. I could never understand why you would have Ben Smith on wing when he's probably one of the best fullbacks in the world. I think he's a little bit out of form. But I hate to judge a player when he's playing out of position. And we're still continuing with the 10-15 split between Beauden Barrett and Richie Mo'unga. I still don't think it's the right thing. I'm not saying that I think the idea is perfect. I think it's a great idea to having the two playmakers. I just think blooding Richie Mo'unga at test level like this is just it's not great. You know, the line speed of the first 40-50 minutes is incredibly fast. It's very hard to make decisions. The pictures are coming to you really, really quickly, and it's you cannot see the pictures fast enough. And you can see as he gets into the game and the opposition gets a little bit tired, you can see he starts really getting into his own. He's got doing those chips. He's doing the things that we know Richie Mo'unga can do. And I just think it's super unfair to throw him in at first five when all the other first fives in New Zealand have always had an opportunity 20-30 times off the bench. And then at later stage of the game, he comes into the game and Beauden Barrett goes to fullback. I can't understand why you would be throwing him into the deep end like that. I'm not a selector, and I'm not a New Zealand supporter, but I do follow their side quite religiously because the whole family supports them except me. So yeah, I'm glad Sonny Bill Williams is back. I think he might bring a bit more stability at 12. I didn't like Anton Leonard-Brown at 12. I prefer him at 13. I think he gives more time and for him at 13. The forwards haven't changed except for Owen Franks and obviously Patrick. Patrick Tripalutu. So that's the only two force changes in the side. I think Owen Franks, it's a pity. The guy's got so much experience, but I think it's been very unfair to single him out from last week's performance. That when the entire side was quite flat. But saying that, I have a feeling that New Zealand are going to bounce back in a major way. I think the big money will be on New Zealand to take this game quite comfortably. If they don't, then there's serious problems happening all over the park, and then there's something. Then it's time to start worrying. But yeah, I don't think so. I think they're going to come right. Siva Reese is on excellent form. I really like George Bridge, and it's a pretty settled pack. Let's be honest. I'm hoping. Ardie Savea. I like Ardie Savea. I just think the way the Hurricanes playing under Plumtree is quite aggressive, and I'm not meaning like in a rugby aggressive way. I mean in an aggressive way, and they niggly and they in your face and they're pushing people and I have a feeling it's coming directly from the coaching level, because you can see it when Dane Coles, when he came back, it's niggly, and I have a feeling that they've brought that in from the Hurricanes. I could be wrong. I just have that feeling that that's what's been brought across. And Ardie Savea to push Michael Hooper last week it's unacceptable. Regardless of the red card, that was a real unacceptable moment. It's just not in the spirit of the game. You know, it's the kind of thing that like Bucky's Buerta does. You know what I mean? But he normally uses his head to do that. So yeah, I'm expecting New Zealand to bounce back. I'm expecting to bounce back in a serious way. I have a really good feeling that Australia are on the up. I think they are, and I think after this weekend we'll know absolutely 100% if they are completely back, and if they are in form, and if they are going to be a contention for the World Cup. And I've got to try to figure out how to stop this video. And the foggiest clue how to do it. I think there's an X at the top. That must be it. But yeah, look, we're looking. There's some serious games this weekend. We've got, I think, Australia, New Zealand, South Africa play Argentina and Pretoria. I think England play Wales at Cardiff. I think that's going to be an interesting game. I think Italy and Ireland are playing a game. I think Scotland and France are playing, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong. But yeah, there's a hell of a lot of international rugby happening this weekend. So it's going to be quite interesting to see what how it's going to pan out. But listen, guys, I've also got I actually do a show on Wednesday nights, quite an in-depth show, and we're doing We're doing all the top 5 sides. We were initially going to be doing just the Northern Hemisphere sides. We've done England and Wales. Wales was a live stream. I'm joined by the guys from Overlap Rugby. Really, they know exactly what they understand the Northern Hemisphere really, really well, and they follow rugby across the board. Leinster supporters, I won't hold that against them. But yeah, try join us next week. We're going to be talking about Ireland. It's their country of birth, and it's their team that they support, and they're going to be really, really going into in depth about Ireland. And I'm thinking that the following weekend, every Wednesday after that, we'll be doing a live show, or I'll be doing a live show on Wednesdays at 8 o'clock. I might push it to 9. If it's easier for the New Zealanders and Australians to come into that show at that time, because I think it's fairly early morning. But just write down in the comments if that's what you like. And we're going to try to do the top 5 sides for the team selections, looking at the squad, looking at tactics. So yeah, it's really interesting, a little bit more interactive going forward. But listen, guys, I'm super excited for this weekend. I think that Australia-New Zealand game is going to be absolutely a slugfest. New Zealand are going to be desperate to keep their Bledisloe Cup, and I think they're going to stamp their mark to say, listen, we're here for the World Cup. But yeah, let's hope it's just a cracker of a game and no bloody red cards. Listen, guys, I hope you have a great weekend. Chat soon. Cheers. Bye.